Are you sick and tired of hearing travel bloggers, travel vloggers, travel people tell you that you can make travel blogs, travel vlogs, travel stuff online and travel full-time and make a reasonable income? We are too, because for the most part, it's complete bullshit.
Way back in 2015, after saving money for 2 years, we quit our jobs to travel on our 1 year around the world honeymoon. Since then, we've built 3 businesses that support our life of travel. Welcome to our new series, How to Make Money and Travel. Despite the fact that you know us from YouTube, we don't see ourselves as YouTubers because that is not the income that supports us doing this full time.
And so for this first video, we're gonna tear apart this whole YouTube, Instagram thing. We're gonna share our income from that, be completely transparent just to show you at our, where we are at subscribership wise, how long we've been doing it, how much time we put in, what little return on investment of time and money it is.
So we have been on YouTube for over 5 years now. The first video went up in November of 2012. And I've put up around 200 videos at this point. So if you're thinking about oh, I'm starting a YouTube channel, I'm thinking about doing a video a week, that would be 1 video a week for 4 years, right?
Yeah, wow.
For 4 years.
But then again, you could say, Allison, it only takes 1 great video to build a
there's
channel.
so many things around that.
But that's not the...
There's people who become big within 1 year. There's people who have way more subscribers than we have that started a few months ago. I mean, there's just so many other variables. That's not really what we're talking about is how to become successful.
But that's a great
YouTube,
point as far as there's so many variables to it. It's a really bad business plan to
Don't tell me, I know.
It's not a good thing to put your whole livelihood on.
We also I love doing YouTube. YouTube came from the fact that I was always making these videos of all of our trips anyways, and it just I was putting them online. So it's just I'm not hating on this space at all. That's
Sounds like you hate it.
I do this full time and Tim does Amazon full time, and I absolutely love this whole journey. But just to represent, so right now we're at about 35,000 subscribers on YouTube. According to Social Blade, we're in the top 5% of all YouTube channels across any niche. I mean, there's just so many people starting channels, and then there's only whatever percentage of people that get to 1,000 subscribers, then there's only whatever percent of people that get to 10,000 subscribers, and now here at 35%, we're in the top 5%. So while 35,000 subscribers isn't a ton when you're talking to brands or our 15-year-old nephew or anything, but
He's not impressed.
Sitting here in the top 5% of all channels, if you didn't know that much about the industry, I don't know, I remember when we had 500 subscribers and I was looking at channels that had 35,000 and I was like, oh my gosh, if we had 35,000 subscribers, we could do whatever we wanted to do. We could call up whatever brands we wanted to call, and it's just not not like that. It's just not like that. We're able to do all of the things that we do because we make money on Amazon and we pay for those things. That's why the whole point of this video is make money doing other things and not trying to spend 5 years getting a bunch of subscribers so you can get something free from a brand. Wouldn't it be better just to make a bunch of money and be able to buy it?
So here's the real guts of the video. This is completely being transparent about our YouTube earnings and related earnings from 2018. And let's just do it real quick and talk about it. So from YouTube ad revenue, which is Google AdSense, that's how the check comes across to us, we made $3,898 in all of 2018. It's up on screen.
Woo!
Next
Woo!
one.
Our best year ever. After 5 years of doing YouTube, in our 5th year, we pulled in just under $4,000 for the year.
Good old Amazon associates, where I feel a bulk of the YouTubers out there make most of their money. We made $4,379. there's probably some optimizing we could do there. For Allison's Udemy course, which we're counting as YouTube revenue because that's the one place we have a link that leads to that like tutorial video.
Yeah,
Allison,
I have like a 2-year-old video down there. I always link in the description box of how to edit like a GoPro video into a travel video. It's always down there. We don't really promote it or anything.
that's really surprising. $984.
$984.
In
It's
2018?
It's like a $20
really good.
course, and I think I offer it to you guys down below 50% off. It's like $10 or something.
Like another associate we do with World Nomads Travel Insurance, and again, we're lucky in this space because we only work with partners that we want to like share their services as opposed to feel like obligated or that we have to earn income. World Nomads Travel Insurance, we made $1,455 US last year from like associate fees from them.
So we have like a blog post up on our website. Do you guys even know that we have a blog, a website?
And then same thing with Epidemic. A lot of people sign up for the 1 month membership trial that's free. We made a total of $1,260 off of that, which
Epidemic Sound is the music that we use in the videos.
Right. And then also, to be completely transparent, we started working with Revo in the second half of 2018, and we get a free pair of sunglasses from them.
So we pulled in just under $12,000 for 2018 for the entire year. So is that a salary? Is that enough for 2 people to live off of?
No, Allison, that's just revenue. Okay, so that's how much we made, but there's expenses in making YouTube videos like we said earlier. And one of our biggest ones this last year was buying gear. And like we were filming in Yellowstone through binoculars. We're like, it's time, neither of us are camera people, but we're like, it's time to buy a telephoto lens. Like, this is ridiculous. I crashed
putting the lens up to the binoculars to film like a bear in the distance,
like,
which
people
worked.
know we're not like, we're just not camera people. We're not good at that. We just want to be acceptable and not have our stuff look blurry or like the audio sound bad. But like at the end of the day, our lavalier mics are just hanging out, whatever. Like we're doing our best.
And so at that like baseline kind of entry level, and I don't want to discourage anybody from saying like you have to spend a whole bunch of money on cameras, because you can just do it with, you know, your iPhone or something. But since this is something that we are trying to grow, we put a lot of money into quality last year, and we spent, well, honestly, I'm going to kind of dumb down what we spent because I think we spent like an absorbent amount. But let's call it like we spent $5,000 on new gear last year. So we're taking that out of our profit of the $12,000, of $5,000 of my computer was chugging along and not able to edit the 4K. So I ended up with about like a $3,000 top of the line Dell laptop. We constantly have to buy new hard drives to house all of these gigabytes of data. We have a new lens after we weren't using the binocular anymore. That was, you know, $800, $1,000 just for the lens, not even the camera body. We used to have the Phantom 3 drone, which is massive, and we just can't like travel with that big thing anymore. So now we have the
And it
Mavic.
kind of crashed in New Orleans. I was able to repair it and stuff. She flew again. Chappie was out there, but like just it's too big, and like the Mavic Air just makes sense for, especially for traveling.
So like, you know, throw in another $1,000. So it's probably more like, you know, $7,000 or $8,000 of tech, but let's just call it $5,000, you know, out of the $12,000. And that's just like hardware. That's not even talking about the software. Like I edit on Adobe Premiere Pro, and I edit Instagram photos in Lightroom, and you know, so here's like another $500 a year on Adobe products. There's other optimizing tools that we use like TubeBuddy and other things along. So, you know, throw in another $1,000 for just random software pieces into all of this, and you know, now we're down at maybe about a profit of $6,000 on the year for 2 people for just like hours and hours of work, which is why we do this for fun. And we don't view this as like an income source, because it essentially at this point we're at the point where it pays for itself, but it doesn't pay for us.
Some other way people on YouTube make money is working with hotels, cruises. You'll see a lot of Amazon products pushed, again, not just through affiliates, but through the actual manufacturer who wants a sponsored video, that sort of thing. The offers we get through like email are just ridiculous. Like broken English, push our product on your video, we'll pay you to do this, or we'll give you a free product, which is the value of like $5 to $20. I mean, we just started now getting offers for watches where it's like, this is a $200 watch, we want a 10-minute video. No, you totally don't get the value here, and we would never do something like that. And
or like, what if we just randomly put out a video? So Tim just got this new watch. You guys would just be like, this is such bullshit.
People who are hustling those free stays places, you're doing a bunch of cold emailing, sometimes cold calling, or if you're staying at, I don't know.
This is a huge important point.
Yeah.
Just like, if you zoned out, this is a huge important point.
If you're interested in doing this, filming at people's Airbnbs, that sort of thing, it's so crazy time intensive. And especially if you add like different languages into it, if you're traveling and like want to stay at a hotel in another country for free, like it's just crazy time investment, cold calling to line up those deals, and like the value there is so low. There is a tipping point where brands are coming after you. I don't know what that is.
It's not where we're at yet. We don't know about that part. I'm sure that these numbers could be better if we put more effort into the optimizing, like if we treated it like we needed the income to come out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we needed to stay free because we couldn't support paying for the hotel, it just means that that's more time on the front end. Like Tim was saying, it's just cold calling. Like, have you ever had a cold calling?
You were so scared of cold. I did cold calling for a year. It was after the first like 2 weeks, it's not a big deal or anything. I know that's the scariest thing in the world for you. Anyways, it's more of just, it's not just the nervousness of cold calling or cold emailing. It's a bad time investment.
And the last reason to consider when going into this profession, it would then be the longevity too. So how long is your business plan going for? How long will we do this? I don't know. Are we going to be like 45 and making travel videos? Like, I still feel the pressure, like I need to have a video on Sunday. I need to have a video on Sunday. Whereas like Tim with Amazon just like checks in once in a while.
Oh,
like,
that's how it is.
He doesn't have,
boop, click. Is that what that means?
He's just like beep, 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 beep. I have like deadlines for you guys, and if I don't hit them, you guys are sad. YouTube doesn't pay us any money. Amazon is great, which we're going to share 2 videos from now. The bridge in between, we're going to talk about my human resources consulting business that supported us while Tim was learning and starting Amazon, and we were in the RV last year. Granted, still doing YouTube and all these things, but that was kind of like the money that was supporting us on the road.
I hope the like transparency on the earnings helps a bunch. I hope it doesn't dishearten you.
There are other business opportunities that you can pursue that are a better use of your time for dollars. We should wrap this up and start recording the next video for you guys. A better option, a better business option is turning your full-time salaried employee position into a freelance or consulting gig.
All right, Allison, how do I become a consultant?